Now, I want to start this like a typical YouTuber talking about the Ocarina of Time is a classic game, and blah blah blah, and fans all over the world, and this many copies sold, and blah blah blah, and every other person talking about Zelda does. And no, we're just gonna get into it because this person believes that the Gerudo, these fine ass women, not maybe not the one on a 3DS, uh, I mean, if the Gerudo were real, they are based on uh different cultures. Now, this person says that the Gerudo women are based on just Arab women, but I don't think that's true. If you go to the Spirit Temple, which is by far one of the coolest temples because you have to go back as a child and adult, and apparently in the beta or alpha of the game, there is actually a point where in you would be able to switch time in the temple itself. So instead of going back to the Temple of Time and then going back as a adult or child, you would be able to manipulate time in the temple itself. Um, but if you go to the Temple of Time, the Temple of Time, the Spirit Temple, right on the outside, you see like almost like a hieroglyph type thing. It looks like Vadi actually, but there's like writing and hieroglyphs, and when you listen to the music is very Egyptian. Like if you listen to Egyptian music, if you listen to Egyptian inspired music and listen to, the music in a Spirit Temple, it's very Egyptian. So I don't think the Gerudo are based on just one culture. It's, a mesh of different Middle Eastern cultures and this and that. Um, so their clothes might be inspired from one culture, but then, like I said, you go to the Spirit Temple and you see the hieroglyphs and you hear the music and it's very Egyptian. So it's a mixture of different cultures, which that's great. They're taking different cultures, taking little pieces of different cultures, adding them to putting them together, and creating these lovely ladies. Now, now in the game, they don't all look like this. Um, you have Naburu, who obviously has to look good. She's the leader, so she has to be on point. Now, of course, still, this is the 3DS remake. Still a little goofy looking because it is still 3DS and it does have limitations. You can't get it as proportioned and everything as this. But then you have, the Gerudo in Breath of the Wild, and I think this made a lot of men question their sexuality. Um, you can see there's tall Gerudo, short Gerudo, muscular Gerudo, thin Gerudo, but they all have the same sort of design, a more prominent nose, um, darker skin. I mean, obviously they're out in the sun all the time. They're desert women. They're out in the sun, so naturally they're going to have darker skin. Um, and as you can like look at the headdress. That obviously doesn't look Egyptian, but it'd be like, oh, that looks like it's, you know, I've seen those in like Indonesian or whatever plays and this and that. So from different cultures but just I love the design. And we have one of the coolest fucking characters, not only in Breath of the Wild, but I think one of the coolest characters that Nintendo has created for Zelda. This woman is just badass, just 100% pure badassery. Um, like even in death, when she's there helping Link out, with the beast and all that. Uh, she's badass. Being able to just snap her fingers and call down light is just so fucking awesome. Um, but here's some. I mean, look, here's a Gerudo woman right there. Let's go ahead and like really like. Does that look nice? No, it doesn't. Um, but you have all these goofy looking characters like this Gerudo, but then you look at Naburu, and Naburu doesn't look that bad. Again, hardware limitations. She looks nothing like her artwork does. And that's fine because again, you can't do exactly what you want in the game. Um, you got Zelda, young Zelda, old Zelda, Luigi. You know, you have Malon and Ingo and um, Alon and Zora's, and you got Ganondorf right back there. Ganon's like the Goron's like, look at the normal regular Goron and look at Darunia. His model is a little more detailed, obviously, because he's the leader. And the leaders tend to have better models because, well, you know, they're the leaders. You have to be able to tell them apart from the regular NPCs. But this person is genuinely cannot believe people look at this and think, yes, perfectly acceptable design, nothing racist about it at all. There isn't anything racist about it. They're desert women, so naturally they're living in a desert, they're exposed to the sun, which naturally means their skin is going to be darker because they're constantly getting that sunlight. Um, Even as a stupid 10-year-old, I noticed so seeing people in their 20s acting confused makes me so angry. It's right in your no, it's not right in your face. The only way it's right in your face is if you're looking directly for it. Now, you could say, "Oh, well, you know, maybe they're right or something," but no, then they go on to say something that pretty much explains everything you need to know about this person, which kind of disregards everything they fucking say. All hi, people. I've been asked the same question multiple times and want to clear this up. This is meant to represent Arab women. No, it's not. You know, now Zelda, the creators could have said that they took inspiration from Arab women, but again, go to the Spirit Temple. It doesn't feel much, you know, very, you know, it's very much Egyptian in there. Um, so they've taken multiple cultures and meshed them together. If you'd like to know how or why, I'd love to explain. More importantly, I'd like to clear up something. I'm Arab, more specifically Arab and amazing. And amazing, I use he, him, but I'm a gender non-conforming woman. That's all we need to know. This is exactly the kind of person that you would expect to look to being offended over every fucking thing. Everything. Because these people have no real fucking personality. They don't have any real fucking personality. Them being gender non-conforming, their skin color, their sexual orientation, this is everything they are. So these people have to look at race in everything. Most people, normal functioning people, can look at this and see a Gerudo woman. A nice design, vibrant colors, you know, nice red hair. And because they live in the desert, naturally, they're going to have darker skin. And also, I love the shoes. I've always loved shoes that go like that. It's just so cool. And I know that's very if I recall, a lot of that is very Arab. You know, like a lot of formal attire have. I'm sure there's an actual word for the shoes, but yeah. But like I said, they're mashing a whole bunch of cultures together, which I think is great. Um, and even though, like I said, Egypt doesn't really count as really Middle East. Um, okay, so as you can hear, I was hesitating. I actually had to look it up, and Egypt is actually considered Middle Eastern and North African because it's pretty much like right there. Because Egypt's right there on top of at the very north of Africa, so they do consider it Middle Eastern and uh, North African. So, but yeah, you can see that there's a lot of inspired Middle Eastern inspired qualities in the Gerudo design, which again, that's great. But these people are so fucking miserable, and yeah, my pronouns are he, him, and I'm gender non-conforming woman, and blah 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 blah. That explains everything we need to know. You're a fucking miserable twat. That's all. Every time you hear someone talk like this, it, I'm he, him, gender non-conforming, and this and that, they're gonna say some of the stupidest fucking shit. Now, maybe not all of them, but in my experience, I'm just talking about my experience. Maybe for you it's different. But in my experience, every time I've come across a person like this, they always say the dumbest shit. Because again, this is everything they are. They don't have talents or achievements or anything like that they're proud of. No, everything they are is the skin of the color of their skin, the who they choose to have fucking sex with, and other shit like pronouns. So people like this are constantly looking for race in everything. That's why I was talking about the other day how everything is fucking racist. Everything now is fucking racist because it's people like them who look for race in everything. You can't just accept a character and enjoy a character design for what it is, taking inspiration from multiple fucking cultures, because that's what it's doing. It's acknowledging those cultures, taking inspiration from them, and combining them into one fine ass, badass fucking woman. But no, there are people who can't just accept that. Instead, they have to fucking bitch and complain. This is fucking racist. No, you're the fucking racist, you piece of shit. You're the one looking for fucking race and everything. You're the one fucking looking for it. The game designers are just fucking making these characters. They're not sitting there, let's make a fucking racist character. We're gonna make her brown. She's gonna have a big nose and big lips. No, they're just thinking, okay, these people live in the desert. What would they look like? Naturally, they're gonna be darker skinned because they live in the fucking desert under the blazing heat of the fucking sun. They live out in the desert, so they're not gonna have traditional homes or houses. They're gonna have to build for what they have. So a lot of stone, a lot of whatever they can find. Maybe some wood if they're lucky enough to find some fucking trees. I think it's all like sandstone, really. Like if you go to the Gerudo fortress, it's all like freaking sandstone. It's all carved from the mountain. That's right there, and because it's a fucking desert, you're not gonna have a lot of supplies and resources. In fact, the entirety of the desert, once you get past the Gerudo Valley, where it has a river that flows into Lake Hylia, you get to Gerudo, you get through, and the only time you see water is when you get to the Desert Colossus, and the water's not even there until you play the Song of Storms, and then it's something fills up this little pool type thing, and then it's like this little oasis. So you're going to be living in the desert. You're not going to have a lot of resources. You're going to be darker because you're under the constant ray of the sun. And again, they're combining multiple cultures. And that's not to be looked at because these people are constantly representation, diversity, represent. And then when you have a diverse character representing multiple cultures, they want to call it fucking racist. These people are never fucking happy. They are the most miserable fucking pricks on this fucking planet. You have a awesome, diverse character who isn't a typical damsel in fucking distress. She is badass. She's a leader of her people. She turns out to be a fucking sage. And they want to complain. They want to complain about the fucking design. Because the fucking N64 isn't representing it as well as it could because of hardware limitations. Get the fuck over yourself, you miserable fuck. Seriously. These people... these people are fucking tolerable. And people wonder why... And these people wonder why no one wants them around. Why no one wants to fucking talk to them. Why they're constantly being bashed. Because you're looking for race in everything. The same people who say they're not racist, they are the most fucking racist. The ones who say they're fighting for diversity and inclusion call the diversity and inclusion racist. It's insane. My opinion is based on both personal experience and knowledge I've gained from reading up on Orientalism and how we're portrayed in media. How Naburu isn't portrayed in a negative light. Again, she's a strong leader. She leads her people well. She forms a rebellion against Ganondorf because they're tired of living under his fucking cruelty. She's a strong leader. She's good looking. She has a great fucking design. How how is that a bad way to be portrayed? Do you want them to be, you know, it's like them being Indian and say, "Oh yeah, about betrayal." It's like, what do you want them to do? Portray you in a stereotypical way of "Thank you'll come again," or do you want them to portray you as you actually are? Like, what the fuck are these people complaining about? It's like I've said, it's so fucking tiresome. Every fucking day, someone seems to be complaining. A 25 fucking year old game. 25, and they're complaining because the fucking hardware limitations don't allow them to make the character as well as they could. But then when you go and see the actual art, the art's just fine. Again, strong Gerudo woman, the leader of her people, forms a rebellion against Ganondorf because she was tired of his fucking shit. Becomes a sage. The Gerudo people and the attire and the culture are formed from many different cultures, Middle Eastern cultures, and this person is saying it's racist about how people like this are portrayed. I see a strong fucking character. That'd be like saying that she's fucking stereotypical. Same thing. Strong, powerful, leader of her people, died trying to save, the land of Hyrule. So she died a hero. And even in death, she's still fucking helping the hero. I don't get these people. I just don't fucking get it. And then these are the same fucking people who call me or other people racist when we call this shit out. It's like we're asking, why are you being so fucking, why are you looking for race and everything? Well, you need to stop being racist. You need to notice these things. Well, I don't notice these things because I'm not fucking racist. Only racists notice race. I see just a fucking character design, a really cool character design made 25 fucking years ago. But this person,
oh my god, I'm an Arab, more specifically Arab Amazing. I use he, him, but I'm gender non-conforming woman. What you're about to hear is totally sane. It's not gonna be the dumbest fucking shit you've ever heard.
moral of the story, this is not racist. This is a great character design in a game 25 fucking years ago of people who are a mixture of multiple Middle Eastern cultures. Again, very Arab type design, especially, with the shoes and all that. But then go to the Spirit Temple, very Egyptian-esque. So they're combining different cultures. And this person wants to say that they're racist. This person can just go fuck themselves. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.